Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Jonathan Dent. John, I thought yesterday was bad.
Yeah.
Today is worse. I'm sorry. It's just luck out there. We had some sleet right after midnight last night in some spots. Other spots, you had white lawn, but that went away when it rained. And we're not really getting a good rain. We're just getting a miserable mess is all we're getting here in the Great Lakes Bay area. And temperatures have been running way above average again, continuing to have that happen. Nighttime lows not dropping down below the freezing mark. And as a result, this just it could wind up being a muddy mess. But fortunately, we haven't been getting enough rain for it to be a muddy mess. But a little bit further south, southeast Michigan, it's been wet. We'll get into some of those details in just a moment. But what are we looking at right now here?
Well, I just want to say I'll take mud over slush any day of the week. I couldn't stand it. If we had 4 or 5 inches of snow on the ground before all this started, it would have been even bigger mess. Anyway,
but it's still slippery.
Yeah, that's true. Right now, out at the airport, they're reporting cloudy skies with 37 degrees. Downtown Midland's got light rain, 36 degrees. And here at Radio Center, we've got light rain at a balmy 39 degrees.
And we're going to keep climbing. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we hit about 43, 44 degrees. Whatever moisture we had been getting now is settling in northern Michigan, especially the northern third. They've got all sorts of weather advisories up there. And it does appear as though the low pressure system that's causing all of this is moving across the lower peninsula right now because our barometric pressure is 29.53. Is that what it was?
Let me make sure I've got it. 29.52.
52.
And falling.
Yeah. And that means there's a low right over top here somewhere.
Yep. That
is going to be moving off to the east, and eventually it's going to wind up over Lake Ontario later on tonight. So that's going to usher in the cooler air, that counterclockwise circulation. It's going to generate some snow shower, snow flurry activity later on tonight. I think probably after sunset is when all that's going to kick in again. This is going to be a little bit slick, especially late tonight and early morning tomorrow. There's going to be a few snow showers, snow flurries around tomorrow, and our temperature isn't really going to climb. Our overnight low tonight is going to be our high for the day tomorrow. So 33 or so, and then it'll drop down a little bit cooler, but still above average as we go through the day on Friday, with a chance, especially in the morning hours, of getting a little bit of precipitation, a break in the moisture pattern as we move into the first part of the weekend. But as we mentioned a couple of days ago, there were a lot of forecasters that had nothing going on Sunday. We do have an upper air disturbance that is going to generate some snow on Sunday. Right now, it's debatable on just exactly how much because we don't know. But I got a funny feeling that we're going to have a little bit of snow to contend with, an inch or two probably here in the Great Lakes Bay area on Sunday. And then we'll be looking into the week next week. We're going to be out in Frankenmuth Snowfest. Kickoff day is Wednesday with our All Things Chocolate recipe contest going on, the warming tent. We're going to need the warming tent because things are going to cool down just a little bit. And the next best chance of a system moving in is going to be on Wednesday. So we'll keep our eye on that. As we've indicated all the way along after the 20th of the month, we expected to kind of settle down from all of these above average temperatures. And that's exactly what's going to be happening as we move through the tail end here of the month of January. And we're actually going to be below normal, not this coming weekend, but next weekend. And that is going to signify winter here in Michigan. And I got a funny feeling it's going to be pretty much all February long. We'll just have to see how it happens. And the month of February Right now appears as though it's going to be above average on the moisture. So below normal on the temperatures, above normal on the moisture. What does that spell? S-N-O-W.
Oh, yeah, snow.
There we go. 4-letter word that a lot of people have been wondering what's happening.
Old Man Winter took his time this year.
Yep, sure did. But Old Man Winter's got the same characteristics, whether it's in December or in February.
Absolutely.
So we'll just hang in there. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Coming up, we have who?
We'll be talking with Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer as per usual. But before we do that, the weather report today brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. We talked about Snowfest going on next week, John, over in Frankenmuth. Our remote broadcast and all the activities going on this year are brought to you by the folks at Michigan Sugar Company and Star of the West. Our winners are going to get sugar, and they're going to get flour, and they're going to get a whole bunch of other things, compliments of our sponsors. So we're very appreciative to have them. They're celebrating Snowfest, the 32nd year of winter fun for the whole family. And they got a lot of activities going on. They've got a couple of activities in particular that have been shuffled off this year, but they've made up for that with some additional things going on. And of course, you've been covering that in the news department.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be covering a lot more on that on the days before Snowfest. Farm Service brought to you by the folks at Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. Mr. Farmer, they want you to get ready. Risk management, it's what it's all about, and they'll handle it for you. The Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency is licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. Their agents can be reached directly on their cell for questions or emergencies, or you can give them a call in Reese, 989-868-4722. We say good morning to Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Doug, last time I took a look at the board, there really wasn't a whole lot of movement on the Board of Trade as far as the markets are concerned.
Yeah, you're right there. Soybeans down a little bit. I mean, not a little bit, but 8 to 10 cents, not a huge deal. Corn and wheat are holding tight, a penny or so. Crude oil about 50 cents, not a big deal there. They said that the crude stocks were up 8 million barrels on the week last week, which was a record for 18 months, right? So back in July or something of 21 was the last time crude stocks went up that much, but still they're down from their all-time highs. Natural gas hit a new low again today. That's down almost 70% since August 23rd of 22. So in that short period of time, natural gas has just absolutely collapsed. And that kind of sort of doesn't make sense to me, but it's a super volatile commodity, down 25% year to date. So, yeah, that's not for the weak of heart.
No
way at all. The labor market is still very tight. Can't get people to go back to work. I got some information for the government. I know nobody wants to hear it, but if you cut the government payouts to the people that don't want to work, they'll go back to work. It's just kind of the way it goes. But
you think, really?
It's logic.
That's something I haven't heard for about the last 3 years or so.
Yeah, it doesn't buy you any votes. That's the problem. That's why it's hard to do. But whatever. So that's what we're dealing with. And Al Gore is back in the spotlight. There's another vice president I'd like never to see his face again, but he's ranting over climate change. Him and Greta are going at it. And so,
Wonder how many documents he's got stored someplace.
yeah, I'm sure of that.
Wow.
Anyway, so here's your numbers. The March corn is 684, up 2 3/4. The September corn is 615 1/4, down 1 1/4. March soybeans 1519 1/4. That's down 5 1/4. November soybeans 1363 3/4, down 10 1/2. The March wheat is 744, up 1.5 pennies. And July wheat is 754 1/4, up 3/4 of a penny. Crude oil is 80.20, up 72 cents. Heating oil is 331.27, up a nickel. Gasoline is 257.88, up 5.5 cents. Natural gas is 310 3/4. That is down 0.3 of a penny. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys 134.93 at the border. That's up 2 ticks. The dollar buys 128.44 yen. That's down 44 ticks. The euro's at 108. That's up 7 ticks. The dollar's at 102.30, down 6 ticks. Gold's at 1922.40. That's up 15.20. Silver's 23.75. That's up a dime. And platinum's at 10.17. That's down 17.50.
All righty, Doug. Have a good one.
All right. Thanks. You too.
We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. As far as what the markets are doing over in Breckenridge, let's find out. Sliding over to MAC, we find that the wheat is up a penny on the nearby. White wheat at 6.94, the red wheat at 6.59. New crop is unchanged, 7.54 for the white, 6.94 for the red. Corn is up 2 at MAC at 6.38. New crop down a penny at 5.40. The soybeans down 6, 14.73. The new crop down 12 at 13.02. Market report brought to you by Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors made easy. That's what it's all about. They've got their catalogs out too. They had to wait a while to get those, but they finally came in about a week or so ago. So check them out. If you'd like a catalog, or you want to place an order, whatever you'd like, 800-234-3280. That's the telephone number. We'll go to their website at steinertractor.com. Also, by the folks at the Frankenmuth Credit Union, they can help you with lines of credit, equipment loans, financing for purchasing land, credit cards, and more. They can be your hometown financial solution. All you got to do is stop by any of their conveniently located offices and find out. Or better yet, go to frankenmuthcu.org. On the line with us right now, John, who do we have?
We've got Jerry Samolsky from Bay Landscaping and Garden Center. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Hey, we're talking about pruning all the time right now, so just to make sure that everybody knows what to do, we're hosting a pruning seminar along with Saginaw Bay Land Conservancy February 8th, and you can find out more information on that on our website at baylandscaping.net or Saginaw Bay Basin Land Conservancy. It's not Bay, but Basin Land Conservancy. And we want you to know how to prune trees and keep trees alive and doing well and give them a good head start for their future. So that's going on. And then again, February 1st, we're having our annuals event. And again, that can be more information can be found about that on our website as well. In the annuals event, we talk about the new annuals coming in for the season and how to use annuals, successes that people have had in the past, and how to help make you more successful in your use of annuals.
Boy, time is really flying. Here we are. We're talking about pruning, and we're talking about planting annuals. Good Lord.
Well, Terry, the best laid plan, you got to get out there. You got to start someplace. And the earlier you plan, the better off you're going to be.
Yep. I've been told again and again and again, failure to plant and failure to plan, they don't work. Not at all.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
All right, Jerry. Talk to you later. Have a good one.
Yes, sir, Terry.
We'll be right back.
Do you have a lease coming due? Do you need a new ride? Well, Cook Chevrolet is serious about helping you beat inflation with your next new Chevrolet. Forget all the craziness that we've been through and just listen to these all-new offers. 2023 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4s are now starting from $361. That's a $54,000 pickup for only $361 a month. The Chevy Equinox now for as little as $285 a month. And check this one out, the Chevy Blazer, which is bigger than the Equinox and $6,000 more than the Equinox, now $60 less per month. That's right, a 2023 Blazer for only $232 a month. It's got to be the Cook deal of the century, $232 a month. That's Cook Chevrolet Buick M15 Top of the Hill and Vassar.
Plus, buy a Silverado and get 2.99% financing for 60 months. Payments based on GM employee and family lease. $26.93 on Equinox, $27.26 on Blazer, $28.95 on Silverado due at signing. Call or visit us online at cookchevybuick.com. Chevy, find new roads.
Farm Service brought to you by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. On the line with me right now, Paul Englehart with Foster Blue Water Oil. Happy New Year to you, Paul.
Well, hey, Terry. Happy New Year to you. Thank you.
You've been a busy man these past few weeks, and you're at an event right now, over at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort? What's going on over there?
Yeah, that's correct. We are. So we're over here for the MITA convention, and that's the Michigan Infrastructure and Transportation Association. And we have several customers in the industry as far as, the construction of and transportation of the roads and bridges and so forth. And so we're here just in support of them, having a booth and attending their show and supporting them the best way we can.
Very interesting topics. I'm sure there's a lot of different meetings going on, but this is something that a lot of us, quite frankly, are not aware that's happening. And it's a great informational meeting for a lot of the folks that have work to do and take a look at this infrastructure problem that we have all across the country, but in particular here in Michigan.
Yeah, absolutely. And MDOT is one of the big meeting, that they put on all these different meetings and so forth, and the safety to the underground work that's done and the new technology that's out for that. Talk about all the bridges and road constructions that's coming up for the new year and what has to be done with them or what can be done with them. And so, there's a lot of good information that's out there for these guys. And
from what I understand, there seems to be a little bit of money to work with to improve the roads and the infrastructure, because not only have we heard about surpluses in budget as of right now, but when the gasoline was up over $5, generating a lot of revenue there, wasn't it?
Yeah, on the tax side of things, it sure was. And, I would hope that on the government side of things that they would have handled that correctly and be able to put that back into the roads where we need it and bridges.
Well, and of course, you're going to be at those meetings, so you're going to find out if they did. So keep us on top of things, Paul. Really appreciate your input. You take care. Don't be a stranger. We'll talk again, all right?
Very good, Terry. Thank you.
You bet. Paul Englehart with Foster Blue Water Oil. Let's slide over right now to Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. We just got done talking about the roads and infrastructure problems. Sometimes infrastructure has something to do with if we have electricity or not, right?
That's right, Terry. That does get to be a problem. Usually when we have winter and we get some ice, we tend to lose power. So we really haven't had that issue yet this winter, if you want to call it winter. But, do get a lot of questions. The whole house automatic generators have really become popular in the last few years. And folks are asking if that's covered in any way under their policy. And usually we can say yes to that if it's one of the smaller units that's attached directly to your house. It's covered from the house part of the policy. But I was just on a farm yesterday that had more of a industrial sized generator that not only powered the house, but several other buildings and their refrigeration units and that kind of thing. That's a little bit of a different animal, and that one needs its own separate coverage. So depending on which direction you go, which generator you purchase, you'd sometimes get coverage and sometimes you have to add it. So just make sure you call your agent and ask which direction you need to go.
Well, and again, with some farms here, we are talking a lot of buildings that would be plugged into that generator.
Exactly. So, again, if it's a standalone unit and powering multiple buildings on the property, good chance it has to have its own coverage. If it's just hooked to the house, the house is more likely covering it. So just depends on what you have on your particular operation.
Good points. Thanks a lot, Craig. We'll talk to you again soon. All right.
All right. Thank you, Terry.
You betcha. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Let's check our markets right now in New York, John, and see what's going on.
Let's do it. We've got Steve Anderson from Baird on the line. Steve, good morning.
And good morning, Terry and Jonathan. Right now, we've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 290 points, putting it at 33,006 on volume of 291 million shares. NASDAQ's down 144 at 10,813. Volume there is 353 million shares. Local stocks, right across the board. Caterpillar 244.65 down 697. Deere 410.33 down 15.66. CMS 60.70 down 61. Dow 56.04 down 80. DuPont 72.01 down 117. Corteva 61.40 down 11. GM 35.42 down 101. Trinzio 25.12 down 85. Walmart 139.55 down 129. Home Depot 313.15 down 10.54. Huntington Bank 13.88 down 19. AT&T down 17 cents at 18.85. And I'm quitting there because I'm tired of saying down.
I don't blame you one bit. Take care, Steve. Have a good one. All right.
Thanks a lot. You guys too. Bye-bye.
Will do. We'll be right back.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor.
Why do I go by Shaw? Shaw stands for skilled hands at work.
And he lives up to the name as he uses his versatile tractor to
make my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R to
do both vegetables and my flowers. It's exciting, putting yourself out there, learning something new.
And with a long list of easy-to-attach implements, ranging from a front loader to a box blade and backhoe, they both can make
the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1-Series tractor for just $130 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's 11 locations in Auburn Hills, Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
We'll be back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around for that. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.